This is a video tutorial on how to add missing instalments to fiction in To Be Continued, the Australian newspaper fiction database. And you'll notice I'm already in the search page for the database. Now, there are a lot of reasons why instalments might be missing. One of them being that Trove hasn't digitised that issue of the newspaper, in which case you won't be able to add it to the database. And that might be because that issue has been lost. There's no remaining records. Or it might be that Trove is still getting round to digitising that issue, so it might be possible in future. But for many of these stories, there will be instalments that you can find in Trove that aren't within the database. And in that case, it would be wonderful if you wanted to add them, and I'll just show you how. So I'll just put in a term here to give me some stories, and I noticed that James Joseph Wright has lots of fiction here, and I'll enter one of these titles, and so it's got 4 entries, and I can see here with a big jump from 2 to 15 that there's probably some missing. Here we've got this weird, we don't even know what this is because there's no chapter number there, so we can go in and quickly change that to make it so we have a clearer idea of what we already have. So to change it, I go in and look at what it looks like in the newspaper, and I see, oh, it's got a synopsis first, but it's actually chapter 4. So I can easily update that. I can edit the chapter details, and I can just replace that with chapter 4. And you can see then that we go 1, 2, 4, but there's still a bunch missing. So I can try and find some missing instalments. One hint is that the instalment will often be on the same day of the newspaper or on the same page number as the existing instalment. So I'll see if I can find one that comes after chapter 4. So to do that, I'll go back to the text, which remember is just here, and I will look around to see if there are other instalments. So I could look on the page. Is there one that comes after this? Oh no, to be continued. So everything for today has been captured. So I will go and I'll just browse what's available. Go through to February and I'll have a look at the Monday and the same page that the others were on, which was page 4. And looking down, oh, here we have another instalment. Now I can go to that and you'll see that it gives me an address, and just after the newspaper article in the address there's a number, which is the ID of that article in Trove. So what I want to do is to copy that number. When I go back to the database, I can press Add Chapter, put that number in, and request the data from Trove. And then you'll see that it's brought in all of the text and the publication details, but we don't have a chapter number or chapter title, and that's what you can enter. So go and have a little look. Oh yeah, okay, so chapter 6, but no chapter title. So I can edit the chapter details, chapter 6, and that can stay blank. And I'll update that, and you can see there I've added a chapter, and probably chapter 5 is on the Thursday issue in between them. So I can go in and fill in the details and make this record fully complete if all the instalments are available in Trove.